Searching the globe to find animals good enough to be called funny, it's the planet's funniest animals! The animal show that doesn't bite. So jump up on the good couch and meet a dog who'll bowl you over.
And here we go, let's go catch the ball.
Plus, dog show follies. And gorillas in the midst of a fight. All that and much, much more on the planet's funniest animals. And now, a man who thinks chicken of the sea is some sissy scuba diver, Matt Gallant.
Hi, and welcome to the planet's funniest animals, the only show that successfully captures the tortoise demographic of 125 to 213-year-olds. Since the beginning of time, man has always maintained dominance over the beast, and contrary to belief, the beasts aren't all that happy about it. Here now are some animals who've managed to get in the last laugh.
Now, when you're a dog at a dog show, you're bound to feel a lot of pressure. But this dog got the last laugh. Because everyone's eyes were on this woman's clumsy feet. Pigs love playing and rolling around on the ground. But it's more fun to do it with a friend. Even if that friend needs a little encouragement. Even though dogs and kids love to play together, you never know when someone might get out of control. Like when the dog starts the trip the kid with the leash gag. Monkeys love candy. But why settle for just one piece when you can have it all? This monkey can't get enough treats from this woman and wonders where she hides them all. Anything hiding up there? Puppies learn early on to put all their energy and attention on catering to their humans' needs. This dog will even help you get undressed. And she didn't even have to ask. Why? Because the puppy loves her. This guy thought it would be fun to get a whole herd of goats onto his vacation video by offering them a potato chip. But he better fork over more chips because a goat can't stop at just one. Many visitors to Australia get kicks out of getting kangaroos to beg for their treat. This man must be enjoying his vacation because he's really getting his kicks.
Yeah?
Horses are known as man's beast of burden. Or to this guy, a beast and a burden.
On the first day of journalism school, they always tell you that being a reporter takes a very thick skin. I guess that way you won't bleed so much when doing a story on animals. Take a look at these news outtakes featuring some hostile interviewees.
This week it's about...
Now, here are two reporters just trying to do a story in one of those new people-friendly zoos.
And visitors closer together.
Well, now the zookeepers have something to clean up on both sides of the glass. There's nothing a good news reporter loves more than to sink their teeth into a good story.
You're biting me now, you're cross.
Of course, it's never good when the story bites back. News reporters aren't the only ones to catch the wrath of hostile interviewees. Of course, when you're holding a microphone that looks like the king of all bananas, really asking for it.
You know, you can tell a lot about an animal just by the way they walk. Well, maybe with the exception of fish. Let's examine now these animals from all walks of life.
Curiously, the courtship strut of this prairie chicken resembles one of those Chinese mechanical toys. I used to have one of these birds, but I could never figure out how to wind it up. This bird may live out in the wild, but his walk indicates that he can actually hear disco music playing over 300 miles away. The walk of this sharp-tailed goose shows that he's a mature male and he's got the jitters over his upcoming first date of the mating season. The silly walks of these ducks indicate that they should have worn ice skates. The silliest walk of all is when you try walking across the top of a steep, icy hill without a sled.
Oh, sure. You see it in every restaurant, people putting napkins on their laps, using salad forks to eat their salad. Obviously, over the years, we've forgotten the important basics. Here now is an instructional video on how to eat like an animal.
The first thing to remember when eating like an animal is that you should either have a long beak to dig for your food like this bird does, or at least extra napkins to wipe off your face. When dining out, make reservations first. Or you might not be able to get into your favorite place to eat. According to chipmunk dining etiquette, it is perfectly acceptable to literally stuff your face. When elks wander into residential areas, they're likely to go off their diet by eating everything from flowers to wind chimes, which tend to just lay in their stomachs and cause constipation. And elephants never forget that good things often come in small bags. Sometimes the good thing is the bag. When it comes to beverages, order the extra large. That way you can wash down your meal and wash your face at the same time.
Another one, you get that.
Hey, we're about to go to a commercial break, so don't leave or you're gonna miss me saying, we're back.
Coming up, life's a beach. Follow the bouncing ball. Plus a dog who rocks out. And skunk in a can. When we return to the planet's funniest animals.
You know, you make sacrifices for your pet every day. You do and you do and you do to try to make your dog happy. But no, that stick you gave him suddenly isn't good enough. So the question is, what will make him happy? Well, first, you've got to understand what dogs like to do.
If your dog is bored, you might try buying him some of these big balloons to play with. Not only will Sparky get in some good exercise, but have fun with the whole family. Except for those who need to sleep. Other dogs love playing with common beach toys. Like this pair of nunchucks left behind by a careless local youth gang. This dog loves playing on the park rides.
Try again next time.
Like this ladder. And he's willing to slide back down as many times as necessary in order to enjoy another climb to the top. But when it's all said and done, what gives dogs the most pleasure are the simple things. Like rocks. Which you can purchase for $50 at your local pet store.
Are you like me? You sometimes find yourself sitting through an entire evening of bad TV just to catch one good commercial with an animal in it? Well, that's why we've decided to take all the guesswork out of your viewing and gather up some of your favorites. Take a look.
Taro, delicious with protein from fish.
You know, studies show that if you watch just one animal in a commercial per day, you're getting your daily recommended requirements of animals in commercials. So watch this next commercial in good health.
Braces, college tuition, weddings. No matter what your goals, we can offer a wide range of mutual funds to help you provide for the whole family. Barnett Bank, more ways than ever to help your money grow.
That was my foot.
Did you know that every time you watch an animal in a commercial, you're helping needy countries get TV sets so they can watch animal commercials as well? So let's do our share, shall we? Take a look at one more.
1 banana or 2 bananas? 1 female orangutan or 2 female orangutans? 1 Supreme Pizza for $10.99 or 2 at Little Caesars for $9.98? He seems to prefer 2.
Why settle for 1 Supreme Pizza when you can get 2 at Little Caesars for just $9.98? Satisfaction guaranteed.
Crazy, crazy.
And now it's time once again for a segment we call Animail. You know, once in a while you receive a letter so poignant and socially significant that it hits you right between the eyes and makes you reevaluate what's really important in life. Here's what I mean. Mr. Albert Reddig writes, "Is it possible to squeeze a skunk into a soup can?"
Well, don't be ridiculous, Al. Of course you can't squeeze a skunk into a soup can. But a juice can's a different story.
Another viewer, Ann King, wants to know, "Dear Matt, is it true that in some countries they cut your hand off for stealing?" Well, Ann, that's a very common misconception. Here's what really happens.
When a thief is caught, his hand is actually licked repeatedly by a small dog until it gets wet and shrivels up.
You've heard the expression commercial success. Well, that term was specifically thought up for these particular commercials. We'll be right back.
Coming your way, llama dropping. A surfer who's a real ham. A dog who's a real catch. And cats who jump for joy. She's the one on the left. When we return to the planet's funniest animals.
You know, if our professional sports teams were more like the animal athletes in this next segment, not only would they have smaller salaries, you'd also have a lot less boredom for the groundskeepers. Join us now as the planet's funniest animals looks at sports.
For example, elephants never forget to reserve a tea time. What they do sometimes forget is elephants aren't allowed on the golf course. Llamas originally carried golfers from hole to hole. Today they've been replaced by golf carts. Although you can still find an occasional llama caddy. Few people know that some of the best surfers are pigs. Surfers have also been called lazy, dumb, and undisciplined. If you enjoyed throwing the football around with your dad when you were a kid,
ready to catch it, Elvis? Ready?
why not experience the same joy with your dog? And after enough practice, sign him up for Pee Wee football. What do you do when you want to play catch, but there's no one around to play with?
Come on, Bailey. Place
You do what this smart dog does and use your ball launcher. Here's how it works. First, you load the ball into the launcher. Check to make sure the launcher is properly loaded. Activate the launcher system, and then go get the ball. You can play all day this way. Sometimes the ball gets stuck, but a smart dog knows how to fix the problem. That's all part of the fun. And if you think it's amazing how this dog plays with the launcher, you should have seen him build it. And every smart athlete knows the importance of drinking plenty of fluids while working out. Popular bottled sports drinks are convenient, taste great, and go well with crackers.
When adoption happens in a family, it's always cause for celebration. Of course, when I say always, I mean unless you happen to be the poor slob who adopted these animals.
For example, you might not be happy if you adopted these kittens who were raised by a family of frogs. If you adopted this animal, you might not be 100% thrilled with his choice of scratching posts. It's not that the people who adopted this aggressive animal don't appreciate the new addition. It's that they now have to live out the rest of their lives inside the family car. And if you're going to adopt a horse and try to teach him to talk, you'd better be prepared to hear what he might think of you.
You know, if I had only one wish, it would be to spend my days watching nothing but funny cat clips. Of course, if I could make a second wish, I'd do something about all that world hunger stuff. Well, anyway, here's a step in the right direction regarding my first wish.
One of the most interesting things about cats is that they're very curious creatures. These two are curious to know why their owners have this stupid contraption in the middle of the living room. These cats obviously have a natural curiosity toward the game of tennis. The cat on the right is especially curious about what the one player is mouthing to the line judge. Here's a cat who's curious to know who it is who keeps mocking his every move. He's also curious about why he has such a hard head. Some cats are always curious about what goes on behind closed doors. Children love to play the carnival game Whack-A-Mole. Cats love to play a game called Whack-A-Toe. This cat's a bit curious about how many toes he's going to have to whack before he wins himself a giant stuffed mouse. Here's a cat who's curious about how to get a good leg waxing. This cat is curious about how Dad's going to react when he comes back from the Mexican restaurant and gets stranded in the bathroom. And here's a cat who's curious about how much fur it actually takes to clog a drain.
Well, we've got to say goodbye for now, but before I go, remember this. Even the littlest bug in the world has a soul. Sometimes you can find it splattered all over your windshield. Goodbye, everybody.